What is going on, everyone? Commodore SZN. Today brings us my live reaction to EN0 manga chapter 175. Now, the chapter's finally come out. We are here today to read the latest installment in Hiro Mashima's up-and-coming new hit series. And of course, shout out to Azuki providing chapters week in, week out, because they're doing God's work as they should be. And man, it is time. I have waited. It feels good. Weekly journey. No need to worry about the breaks or nothing like that. Greatness awaits us, man. We gotta escape from Blue Garden, because Feather right now, for sure, after, the gravity stuff from Shiki, which I know some people were kind of going on her, like saying, like, oh, she's a fraud, yada yada. Look, man, if you have the power to control gravity and do what Shiki did, my boys just went, you're gonna sit right here. You're gonna sit right here. You're not gonna move a muscle. And he's packing that kind of gravity. I mean, come on, man. Like, what? Like, am I really going to complain about that? But we know Feather is not just going to be a fraud. We know that for a fact. Frauds are the stuff that we've seen before with that spider dude and stuff from way back in Digitalis and all that, okay? That's a fraud. But right now, I don't see that with Feather. Before that, shout out to my man Noah, even though he is still on my suspicious list. For him knowing the meaning behind bonds and teaching that to Connor, you love to see it. And of course, Connor now, instead of staying at Blue Garden, is going to be joining up with us. I have no issues whatsoever with him now joining up. More or less, it's like the helmsman of the crew and stuff. The actual quote-unquote captain. I don't think he's going to be that, but the helmsman, basically. And try and get him out of this situation, which would almost be very similar to the first arc we had with Vice, when he was trying to get them out and everything before the Chrono Page that came in. But in this case, it's more professional that can be able to do that. So it'll be interesting to see. Rebecca with the overdrive. Look, I'm very happy we got it now, because I already knew that if we went into the war against Ziggy on Lendard and she busted it out, I could already hear the screams, the cries, the, oh, don't look at the convenience. Look what she finally used it. Wow. Oh my God. No, you see, this is why I need it now. Because if we get it now, and again, this is just breadcrumbs. This is just breadcrumbs. She has the form. All she did was a sweet chin music. But let's be honest, a lot of people can do it too. What else she can do, we're going to have to wait and see during the war. So we know she has it, which is great, right? She's still up. She's risen in terms of combat, right? But everything else, we're going to find out during the war. So I'm going to trust Mashima, because he hasn't let me down yet. And that's how it should be. But we have to see what's going to go on now. If Feather's going to try and stop them, if we're going to make our way straight to Lendard, what's going to happen? And the whole thing with Connor's daughter, if we get that resolved sooner or later. I'm still holding on to Feather being that option. I don't think it's Rebecca, because if it was Rebecca, I think it would be more obvious than anything else. I do think it's going to be like a red herring outside of May Feather. Again, Xiao Mei's another one too will be interesting. But anyways, let's get into the chapter. Enough talking. Let's get into it, man. Chapter 175 of EN0. Okay, so now we get some wholesomeness. Yo, man, listen, I was already prepared for a Rebecca cover. Probably, I was going to say a witch one, but I still hate you, Mashima. You might be putting out heat possibly for the 175th time, but I still hate you. But we see Herman over there, and I think that's, oh my God, you know what? Listen, I am not, I'm a Mashima Reborn believer. I'm not like a day one. So I'll tell you this right now. I know he's from Fairy Tail. I know from Raymaster. Is Plu? I know, you know what? Regardless, I know someone's going to come in the comments and be like, oh, Laz, you should know this. No, I don't. Okay, I've seen him so many times with designs, but regardless, though, the man, the captain. All right, it's chapter 175. Shout out to Herman. Status report. As you can see, Feather's fleet has surrounded the space around the entire planet. It's only 30 ships, but they're the fastest in the Union Army. They're going to be trouble. I've seen my sister over here. I wouldn't be calling that surrounded. More a little blockade that be. Sorry to interrupt your self-important analysis, but we're in this mess because someone needed to get away, which is very true. Which is very, very true. Because Connor, it's like a contradiction in a way too. It's like, well, we came all the way out here to drop you off and just go off on our own thing. Now I'm gonna come back. So now, yeah. So Connor, you better figure out how you're gonna get out of the situation that you pretty much put us in. We wouldn't be at Blue Garden or use up our fast travel if someone hadn't been a little selfish baby. That's all in the past, guys. Okay. I can't believe no, get his ass. Get his ass, Weiss. Yo, nah, come on, bro. You can't wait. Listen, in JRPGs nowadays, you get the chances of using your fast travel, but in certain ones, I'm pretty sure that if once you use it, you have to store it up again and stuff, just because that's how the meta works and everything. But Vice is like, nah, man, nah. I'm not letting you off the hook. I don't give a damn if you're the leader of this crew. No, it isn't. We are the must-capture popular ship now. I don't trust that guy, and if Witch were around, I doubt she'd hand over the ship's controls that easily. Which is... Mashima. It's okay, we can trust him. But you trusted him the least of all of us. And that's Vice saying that back to, I think it was Rebecca saying that? I don't trust his connection to Ziggy, but I trust his piloting skills. If Rebecca says so, then we know it's okay. I trust him too. Well, I mean, Pino trusts, of course, because she learned the swear words from him. Then I'll be handling this if you didn't mind. See, for me, that completely rules out also to the Rebecca and Connor connection, possibly, because I think the paneling and stuff would have been a little bit different to allude to something else. But no, she doesn't trust the connection clearly, because it's fair enough and stuff, right? Even from the different universes we changed up in the multiverse, it doesn't change the fact that he still has ties to them. And I'll be handling this if you don't mind, because I certainly never wanted to become the sort of adult. I think it's supposed to be that would betray. It's supposed to be that would betray, because it says the sort of adult what would betray. That doesn't make sense. The sort of adult that would betray the trust of the younger folk. Thanks. Wait a minute. This guy just ran away from Lendard, and that's exactly where we're headed. I know. Nicholas might have been right, man. There might be still something there for it, but at the same time, I don't know. Because if you wanted to get the hell away from there... But then it's like, could they change that much? Oh, man, I don't know. What changed your mind? Would it sound too idealistic to say that when I saw the lot of you fighting, it captured me all heart? Aye, but it be the truth. You see him grinning. I don't like that. I don't like that. I can't trust Connor, damn it. When they did the grin, you can't trust them. Ian Zero blast off. Let us begin the mission to escape the Union Army's clutches. So they go and escape from Blue Garden now through the station area. Okay, Mr. Captain, what now? We can't use fast travel yet, and we'll never break through unless we sink a few of their ships. Against your leader's wishes that be. I don't want to fire at anyone who's not our enemy. Don't ye fret, lad. I be of the same mind. And then, of course, you see their Feathers troops already pulling up in the stratosphere. Feathers Armada, the fleet destroyers, racer-class ships. Okay. The Ian Zero is approaching at speed at 50 ether knots. They will soon be within firing range. Commence warning fire. So they just haven't screw it. Even then you're shooting at them still. Does this ship have any shields? Activating protect matrix. And right away, yeah, you see the barrier coming in. No chance. Magnificent. You already got gotta handle the keyboard and stuff already now. Hey, nobody gave you permission to look at the source code. A necessary measure in becoming one with the ship, lass. Now watch this. Okay, so now we're gonna see what a true captain's like in this universe, at the very least. Ian Zero approaching. They're gaining speed. Are they going to ram into us? Deploy shields, and they just go right through them. Beeline. We just flew through the Feather Siege. What the? How did we go so fast? For 1 second, the ship's speed suddenly spiked. Connor, what did you do? I took all 8 of the ship's ether turbines to full throttle. That be all. Oh, but this be a fine ship. Okay, all 8 tunnels at full throttle? That's impossible. It can't be controlled at that speed. But controlling it I be. Feather Armada about face. Don't you think you can get away from us? Now then, this is where the real flight begins. So, now, here's the thing. I don't know how long ago he knew Ziggy, because remember, Ziggy owned the ship and stuff and everything, and when he departed with Shiki after the fact, when they all separated in their own ways, because I don't know, man, because he might have met him beforehand with something, and then it's like the other universe stuff. I don't know, man. There's gotta be definitely something more to the connection, because obviously like we knew when they were all together and everything, but there needs to be more info on that. And zoom, Feather's Armada is flying at an incredible speed. They'll be at our tail in no time. Damn it, they're faster than I thought. And with 8 ether turbines at full throttle, we're theoretically at the fastest we can go. And they are just speeding in. They said, no, this is like almost like in a way like Star Wars. If you ever seen like the original trilogy, you know, when they were making the escapes and stuff on the planets and all that, like the amount of speed that is being put in right now, this is like a true chase you would see in Star Wars. They'll catch us. Nah, lass. This ship can go faster. Oh my god. Max speed? Disconnect the horizontal stabilizers. We won't be needing no ortho centers. We'll need no ortho centers neither. Temporarily integrate all supply channels from the ether drive. Multiply operation results. Connect to boosters. No, you can't do that. Compile, click. And you just see this thing. It just does a little bit of a sharp turn like right here, but the impact's coming in. Zoom. Wow, they're just flying around and stuff right inside. You turn off the ship's horizontally mechanism. I am tumbling. Oh man, protect yourself, please. And you see splashing all around and everything. Awesome. Hey, Rebecca just holding on to Shiki's coat. They said, yo, awesome. I had no idea we could go that fast. That's impossible. Our reports never said they could reach those speeds, but we're still faster. The Union Army's fastest fleet for you. They're still gaining. And of course, I see Sister just like, damn, like, yo, this is actually kind of crazy. I honestly never expected something like this ever happen, though. Nah, lass, it don't matter. It don't matter how fast they be. They'll never catch up to us. What? How do you figure? I be taking the helm. Okay, gazoom, and they are out of here. Hey, you're kidding, right? They wouldn't. Asteroids? Yeah, because you see a whole bunch of them. That's not good. I'm pretty sure, like, for even like in our world, when it comes to like rockets and stuff, if you go into like an asteroid belt, you're asking to be pelted to death, basically. Like, any hits that try to script the trajectory, you're done for. If I'm understanding, that's pretty much what's going on. You see nothing but asteroids here. They're actually flying through a debris field at that speed. Yeah, so you just see nothing but them. That's suicide. What do we do? Well, we can't follow them. Just grazing one of those asteroids at that speed would cause serious damage. Yep, as it would. It don't matter what kind of ship you have. If you get hit with one of those, man, it's a wrap. And he's just bobbing and weaving right through every asteroid. And then look at Maria's face, man. She's like, oh, you middle. Are you for real? They won't be following us now. You gotta be kidding me. Do you have any idea how dangerous this is? Beep, beep, beep. Wait. Yo, wait. Yo, Feather just said, I don't give a damn, bro, what the grunts say. I'm coming through, man. You disrespect me back at Blue Garden, I'm coming for you right now. And she's going at full speed right through the belt. It's Feather. She's following us through the debris field at this speed. And you see zigzagging away, because you see from one area where they are, but then underneath on the underlap, she's been through too. She's fast. And you see right there on Connor's face, fire. No, don't shoot. Nay, lad, I meant the asteroids. Oh, man, yo. Of course, cause a bit of a smoke screen kind of way with the asteroids. That way they get them out of there in time, because if the vision's messed up, she can't do nothing. Let's see. And yeah, they're shooting right towards it. Boom, 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 boom. Are you trying to hide from me? Well, it won't work. My Eye of Venus tells me exactly where you are. Now, didn't she have the Eye of God, though? From what Noah said, or unless there's like another one, like both eyes. Well, she did say, wait a minute. She said Eye of God. Well, no. Noah brought up the Eye of God because I remember he had it and then she has it. It could be one eye is Eye of God and the other is Eye of Venus. Unless they changed name, I'm pretty sure that's what they're alluding to. Because if she has that, that's actually scary. And look, I'm going to have to look back at like a full picture of her face and stuff just to see the eyes, if there's any difference too. Because sometimes when it comes to color scheme, if it's like that, then they would change it a little bit. Let me see. It's swishing right through. No, they were trying to obstruct my path. Fast travel is fully charged. Here we go. We get it out. Off we go to the Kaede Cosmos. He's completely reckless, but Mr. Connor really is amazing. No. We wouldn't even be in this mess if it weren't for that dude. And now there was no point in going to Blue Garden at all. I mean, to be honest, though, it is. But it's one of those things where, you know, when you're about to drop off somebody, it's like, you know what, you're of no use to me and stuff afterwards. Or you want to kind of do your own thing, fair enough. But then the second chance is the re-understanding of exactly what it is that you want to do. When those things happen, the epiphanies, is the term, then, it happens there. So really it was for, in a sense, journey-wise, it was for naught. But at the same time, they gained a helmsman that just got them to safety. No, there was a point. We found a captain for our ship. My, they slipped right through your fingers, didn't they? Time to trade places, little feather. What? Dear Shiki and his friends are heading to Lendard in the Kaede Cosmos. Oh my god. Where did you get that information? Yo. Oh no, now it's holy time. Oh god. Oh god. Yo, shout out to Mashima for the art. Shout out to Mashima for the art. Now it's my turn. I will launch an immaculate military operation, an IMO. Horaciano says Interstellar Holy. And that's the end of the chapter. I mean, that is a fire panel to end off on, but goddamn. So let's take into account everything here in this chapter. Okay, so we made the escape from Blue Garden. We're off now to the Kaede Cosmos. Connor has kind of proved himself already. Like, I know this is the captain of the ship, but I'm looking at more as like the helmsman, someone who can be able to take care of the ship itself. That's how I look at it. Because let's be honest, the Demon King, the captain of our crew, that's Shiki. But I also got the other perspective too of what you call the captain in terms of the helmsman, that kind of thing. So it is what it is. But they got Connor in now, so I mean that's kind of a good thing, because in situations like that, if he wasn't around, Feather probably is getting there and stopping them, or they're gonna get hit by an asteroid belt, or one of the asteroids in general, and it would have been wraps for them. So to get Connor in there, it's good. Now, here's the other thing now we have to factor in too, okay? With Holly now in the mix, I don't know if this means that Feather is done with her role here. But here's the thing too, Holly's also human as well. So is she another candidate possibly for Connor's daughter? Potentially. That's the only thing I can. It's another candidate really, because I don't believe it's going to be Rebecca at all. And again, it's just me throwing darts at the wall right now in terms of ideas. But for her to have now an involvement instead, there has to be a reason. It's not just, of course, you're trying to capture them and everything. There's probably more to it. We know Justice is going to have some kind of role to play as well, because of the fact that Elsie's going to be there too. So if that is to be the case, we have Justice and Elsie, and then afterwards with Holly. Now, but I don't know, man. I don't think Feather's going to let that go. So you're telling me there's a chance we're going to have 3 Interstellars. We're going to have the former Demon King, the Kaizoku herself in Elsie, and then Shiki and the crew in this arc. Like, that's actually nuts. Like, the Lendard War is going to be insane. Alright? Like, but at the same time, man, oh my god. There is reason. There is reason why Mashima is bringing Holy in here. There is something else that we're about to find out soon. It's not just to launch the attack. There's going to be definitely something else more to it. But what it is exactly, I don't know. But all I know is after that page, I'm excited to see more Holly in the story. And hopefully that's not the last of Feather for a little while. Hopefully she just says, screw it, man. He pissed me off going to the asteroid belt, man, let me get my fast travel. Let me go to the Kaede Cosmos. But alright, so yeah, I would say this is a very good chapter here. I mean, again, this was mainly felt like a Star Wars like scene where you're basically just trying to escape from the asteroid belt itself and get to safety and everything. And then, of course, make sure that Connor wasn't a sleeper agent or anything else. I mean, he's still a little bit suspicious in certain areas, And again, Rebecca even pointed out the fact that he has a connection to Ziggy doesn't help out. But if he has the skills needed to get us out of here, we gotta trust it. And the fact that he did, you have to commend him for that. But action-wise, this is gonna look very nice in the anime whenever we get there. And then, of course, you know, destroying the debris of the asteroids to mess up with Feather's vision and stuff. But yeah, very good chapter here. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the comments below. Let me know how you feel now about Connor after this. Do you still feel that he is suspicious? You want to keep him on the watch list just in case of anything? Or do you feel that he is and it's just that's how his personality is? But if you feel any other way about it, let me know down in the comments. The stuff regarding Feather, right? The Eye of Venus and all that. Do you think that's just a mistranslation in terms of the Eye of God? Or she actually has one Eye of God and the Eye of Venus? Because if that's the case, then it kind of proves that her worth in some ways in terms of the optical or like the visionary kind of stuff for her. And Holly's part now in the up and coming Lendard War. Is it more than just the immaculate military operation? Do you think that then maybe there's a possibility that she has a connection now to Connor? Like, I don't want, because the thing in my brain right now, and I don't know what the age gap is between Holly and Feather, because you have to remember too that Connor's wife and daughter had escaped. They left and stuff, right? If Holly, and this would be wild, because we don't know the age gap again and stuff. If Holly's the mom and Feather's the daughter, or vice versa, whatever it is, we have to look at the age and stuff after. That will be crazy. But the thing is too, though, is that Connor would have known something regarding Feather being that connection too. So then it leaves Holly up for interpretation. So basically, I need Mashima to eventually give us the details a little bit more in terms of a big hint, so I know who it is that's connected to him, because that plot line is definitely not ending until we get done with the War of Lendard, and we're probably going to get something out of it now that Connor's involved. But if you have any other ideas in regards to what Holly's role is going to be and whether or not Feather is going to continue on with this arc or we're just going to see her later on, let me know down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Eden Zero week in, week out, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora, except the day where everything goes on the channel. With that being said, I will catch you guys next week. I was gonna say hopefully, but Holly's on my mind right now, and for good reason with that last panel. Like, come on, bro. When you see that, like, what am I supposed to do, man? Mashima knows. He is deep in my mind. He knows what I desire. But in all seriousness, hopefully, right? Hopefully, we get to see a continuation of this stuff afterwards, and then hopefully get the preparation after for the Lendard War, and we'll see eventually if we get more Justice LC or whatever. But if not, we're closer and closer to a grand war with Shiki and Ziggy, and I can't believe it's actually gonna happen. So next week we'll see what's going on with Mashima, but we move. So Commodore Lad signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care. Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going